My life was in shambles. While I was blessed with loving and supportive parents, I started experimenting with drugs and alcohol in my teens. I was focused enough in high school to graduate, but then my dad died. It was then that the pain became so unbearable, and I felt a lot of survivor's guilt, which led to self-medicating for the emotional pain. In college, I was overwhelmed with my freedom and being 3,000 miles away from family. Partying increased, testing the limits. My cocaine addiction led to leaving school early, a class short of graduating with a pre-med degree. I felt so much shame that I had disappointed my mother. I had gone cold turkey, but it wasn't long before I began craving drugs again and turned to opiates. I thought moving away from the small town I could find sobriety in another place, but my problem with drugs followed me to every state I moved to. I can just remember being angry and resentful with God, blaming Him for losing my dad at an early age. When I wanted to stop using drugs, I couldn't grasp the concept of quitting for longer than a few days. It was like my brain was broken, and I kept returning to using again and again. The struggle with my meth and heroin addiction would continue on for several years, and I would experience significant losses. I lost custody battles, I lost my apartment, I lost a great job, I lost relationships, I even lost a close friend to drugs. In March of 2021, I was arrested for violating a no-contact order with my own mother. This led me to treatment where one of my counselors researched and came across the mission's webpage. I was kindly greeted on the phone by the office assistant, Sharon. She encouraged me to reach out to the women's short-term shelter, the Nest. After arriving at the Nest, I was given ample time to stabilize. Sherry, the counselor, was so supportive. She gave me rides to court dates and appointments, as well as words of encouragement and a sense of belonging. I joined the Life Transformation Program in May, just a month after living at the Nest. I was coming back alive through the biblical courses, as well as the love shown to me by mission staff and participants. My medicine was community and consistency and Jesus. The previous treatment programs were just not sufficient enough to help me with my spiritual, emotional, physical disease. The mission covered all the bases for me. The evening Bible study courses and classes helped me learn more about myself and my relationship with Jesus. With love and support from other women like me, struggling to overcome the same issues, I knew that God was wanting me to reconcile with my family. My mom wrote a moving speech for my court sentencing hearing, and the judge graced me with probation sentence rather than sending me to prison. Everyone was overjoyed and moved by this experience because we knew that this was only possible through the grace of God. Many people prayed for me, specifically for me to avoid prison. Through the love of God, I have been able to reconcile with my family and with my clean and sober support. I have also made new friends and new family members. Through the mission and my church, I continue to learn more about Christ and His love for us. My church family loves and encourages me. We meet up regularly and share in the good news of Jesus, and weekly navigate through the gospel of Christ. This would not be possible without the help and direction of God working through the Olympia Union Gospel Mission and Ministries. He has opened doors for me that I thought were closed beyond possibility, similar to what God does in Joel 25 with the locusts. So I will restore you the years that swarming locust has eaten. I am blessed to be a part of mission history, graduating with these other fine programmers. They teach me about gratitude and humility and love. When I hear their stories, I am appreciative of the friendships and bonds we have created in the last year, and I know that I have found my forever home in this family. I am loved, and it feels good to feel wanted and appreciated. I pray with my family when there are hard times and when there are good times. We laugh together and we cry together, and all in the name of Jesus. All that we have suffered is for nothing, because through this whole process, we have the honor of glorifying his holy name. I believe that this is the reason we are faced with and overcome hardships. Everything is possible through the love that Christ has shown us. Thank you.